All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Task Force Member Chris Liu, filling in as Chair Pro Tem for Mary Alice this afternoon, who's traveling. Today, we're going to be using Zoom webinar. It should be a pretty quick meeting, but if you're prompted to join as a panelist, please accept this request. If you would like to make any comments on the Zoom side, please raise your hand using the raise hand function. And you can also post using the Q&A function on Zoom. We'll address any comments from the public at the end of each agenda item. Also, to ensure that we're compliant with Sunshine Law, please do not use the chat feature. And this meeting is being recorded. OPSD staff will use the recording to draft meeting minutes and to post for viewing. All meeting materials are posted on OPSD's Phase 2 update webpage. So now we're going to do the call to order and roll call. So I'm going to call this meeting to order, and I'm going to run down the list of task force members. When I call your agency, if you can introduce yourself and then identify anyone else that is present with you, as well as other individuals from your department in attendance, please. Task force members, if you can provide your full names and have your video on throughout the meeting to maintain our visible quorum. First up would be Ken Kakisako from Department of Education. I don't think he's not here. Lena Alale, Office of Foreign Affairs.
Yeah, thank you.
You, Stephen Bond Smith, with University of Hawaii Economic Research Organization. You hero. Excused. Michael Kane, Climate Change Mitigation and Adaptation Commission.
Good afternoon, everybody. Michael Kane, also Administrator, Office of Conservation Coastal Lands, Nevada.
Thank you. Chris Liu, here, obviously, for Climate Change Mitigation and Adaptation Commission. Jackie Hoover.
Aloha, Jackie Hoover, Hawaii Island Economic Development Board.
Thank you. Jackie Kaina.
Aloha, Jackie Kaina, Kauai Economic Development Board, and I'm so sorry my camera can't go off. Bad Wi-Fi connection today.
No worries. Leslie Wilkins, Maui.
Yes, Leslie Wilkins, Maui Economic Development Board, and I'm all by myself in my messy office, as you can see.
Thanks, Leslie. Kat Awakuni Cologne, Oahu.
Hi, I'm Kat Awakuni Cologne. I'm representing Oahu Economic Development Board. I'm here alone in my office. Thank you.
See that. Jeffrey Darrow, County of Hawaii, Department of Planning.
Aloha, everyone. Jeff Darrow with the Planning Department on the Big Island.
Jeff, Linus. Thanks, Jeff. Kaina is not excused. Jackie Takakura, County of Maui. Anyone from County of Maui? Excused. And then Dina Wong, City and County of Honolulu.
Hi, everyone. Dina Wong. I'm with Department of Planning and Permitting, the Planning Division.
Dina. Are there any other task force members that are present? Any members of the public that are present? Any OPSD staff that are present?
Claire McCreary, Project Coordinator for the State Planning Act Project. Isabel Scholes, Planner and Special Plans Branch. Lauren Fermiano, Special Plans Branch.
You want any questions of the people in the room?
Sure. Casey Erker, Homework Collective. O'Reilly Kubo, Homework Collective. Hi, aloha, Beck Kim from Mexican Regions.
Hi, aloha, Danielle Bass, State Sustainability Coordinator, Office of Finance Sustainable Development.
Okay.
And Chris, we've got another other folks online.
Okay. And then for the folks that are online that I haven't called or had an opportunity to address, looks like Kainalu.
Hi, Kainalu from Speaker Nakamura's office.
Aloha. Lila. Charday.
Aloha, Charday Freitas, Office of Foreign Affairs.
Aloha. Anybody else that I missed? That's okay. Now moving on to agenda item number 2. This is the approval of the minutes from task force meeting number 5. That should be in your handouts. Does anybody have any corrections, edits, or comments? Seeing none, are there any comments from members of the public? Also seeing none, may I request a motion to approve the meeting minutes?
So moved.
Okay, second?
I'll second.
Yeah, it's been motioned and seconded, so minutes are approved. Next up on the list here is item number 3, which is the discussion of the dissolution and reestablishment of our permitted interaction groups. There's 2 that we're going to address, and these changes were included in your meeting materials as well. So the first proposed change is that for the Housing and Community Stability PIG, we're proposing to remove member Ken Kakisako and Dina Wong, and to add Gavin Thornton, who is the Director of Housing Policy of the City and County of Honolulu, who will be a member. And then the second proposal is for the Economic Stewardship and Resilience PIG. There's the proposed change to add Ken Kakisako as a member. So for the task force members, are there any other proposed changes? Or is there any discussion on the proposed changes that were just written? Everyone's ready to have a quick meeting. Got it. Okay. Any comments from the public?
There's one raised.
Oh, one raised hand. Lainala, please.
Thank you. I have a question, and I apologize. I know this has been on the agenda for some months now, but is there a way, because I have recently had another staff member be able to join the meetings. I'm wondering if we can request to have her sit on possibly sit on a different committee, or sorry, a different PIG, and how we would go about asking for that.
Staff, any input on that?
I think that would be at the discretion of the task force to either identify an additional member to serve on a specific PIG. Alternatively, we have been identifying a number of subject matter experts who are not necessarily members of the PIGs, but are being invited at the discretion of the PIG chairs to participate in, individual meetings or all of the meetings collectively, just depending on the discussion topics. So I think it would be the discretion of the task force, and if anybody were to make a motion to vote to approve, or if they're for the SME route, then not require a motion.
Yes, would the person have to be a member of the task force though, to be on the PIG?
So Lainala, are you proposing, is there a specific PIG that you'd like to add that staff member to?
I don't know if we were ready to make the motion today. I had just asked earlier if she could also, so Sade, who introduced herself, who's in our Hilo office, is if she could, possibly sit as my alternate on the PIG I'm on. But we had also just kind of been discussing internally about, a number of the other PIGs overlap with our strategic priorities, including housing and community stability and economic stewardship and resilience. So I don't know if we're ready to make a motion today, but those were the other 2, just for transparency that we had been discussing.
So potentially the future.
But possibly if an SME is another route, we could explore that. So I'm just putting it out there to, whoever's in the SME invites, that those were the other 2 that we were interested in.
Okay, thank you. I will have staff make a note of that.
It did sound like she was requesting though for action,
For the alternate.
for an alternate.
Okay, so you need a motion for that? Okay, Lionel, you want to make a motion to name your alternate, Sharday as your alternate for the task force?
Sure, thank you. I'd like to make a motion to add OHA Policy Advocate Sharday Freitas as my alternate on behalf of the Office of Hawaiian Affairs.
I'll second. This is Leslie, MEDB.
Thanks, Leslie. Okay,
Did your motion include which pig, Lena, and I'm sorry.
So sorry, as my alternate, I think she would sit on the Culture and Place pig when I'm not available, because I did want to be sure that we're able to staff the one we're currently assigned to fully. And then I think the other ones we'd get expressed interest in, maybe for now, we'll just look at the SME route for those.
okay, so we have a motion, we have a second, I guess, all in favor? Aye. Okay.
Aye.
Like the motion has been approved. Any other discussion, changes? Okay, then I guess, could I have a motion to dissolve and reestablish? Oh, sorry, Lena, again, just in time, go ahead.
So sorry, we just side-chatted. So now that she is approved to be my alternate on the Culture and Place, if I can't attend, could I make a separate motion to have her named to the housing pig? So to move to add Sharday Freitas from OHA as a member of the housing.
Going to ask for discussion or?
That's for the task force.
Okay, is there any discussion, I guess, on that? No, okay, is there a second for the motion?
I'll second again, Leslie, Maui Economic Development Board.
Thank you, Leslie. All in favor? Please raise your hand. Thank you. Okay. Motion is approved, as stated. Okay. Any other discussion or motions related to the pig members? Okay, then again, I'm going to ask for a motion to dissolve and reestablish the pigs with the proposed changes, including the housing and community stability and the economic stewardship and resilience, as well as Lena Alla's approved motions there. So could I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Thank you, Kat. Second?
I'll second that.
Okay, Michael and Leslie with the double second. Thank you. All those in favor? Show of hands. Okay, the motion has been approved. Next is announcements. Just a brief announcement on the U-Hero briefs that were being prepared. These technical briefs are being worked on with the support of U-Hero. They will compile data trends and projections where available for topics that will be discussed by each of these pigs. The list of data being compiled for each pig was shared with the pig chairs, and the briefs will be made available to the pigs ahead of the relevant meeting. That's the only announcement that I have. Are there any other announcements from members of the task force?
Can you clarify? I don't know if I've seen this. We're asking for briefs for each of the pigs.
I think they're going to be prepared and made available at the pigs.
Yeah, they've not been completed yet. This is just reassuring the task force members that there was an outline of the data that are being compiled by U-Hero that will be made available to the pigs for their discussion. So we've not yet circulated those reports.
Thanks. Okay. Any other items? Okay, seeing none, I guess I need a motion to adjourn. No, we're good. Okay, that's it for today then. Sorry. just filling in. So thank you all for attending. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and we'll see you at the next task force meeting. Meeting is
Okay.
adjourned.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Or once the screen stops, there you go. Now we can